send it to me first. Did you send me a link to the show?
The last one?
Yeah.
No, I think it was. I think I set it up. I don't think I sent it.
I always get it twice.
Probably. I do set it up once.
Well, I get it from like on Friday, and then I get it again on like Sunday or Monday.
Oh, and that would be Chip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he put the next to the last episode. Why you so active?
He does.
Last week's show. I mean, I told you it's not you. It's me. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's fucking about.
All right.
I barely say. welcome to Adult Conversation Radio Show. We are here for the final episode, 200. So y'all know I had to have Candy back in the house. And who do you want to be tonight? Ivory, you want to be? You should be Ivory tonight. And Ivory has joined us, and we also have some special guests. I can't even say what they used to do because then I'll give away some secrets that are coming up later on in the show. But my kids are in the house tonight as well. So, well, two of them anyway. I got some other ones. Is that me? Am I making noises? They came out to support the final episode of Adult Conversation. So, what you been up to, Candy?
Kickball.
Are you still playing kickball? Yeah. That's what's
kickball.
Up. You like that a lot. Yes. You kick a lot of balls?
I try to.
And what else are you doing? I know you be throwing parties and shit. I be seeing them, but I be missing shit. I see it after you did it.
I do bingo.
Did you just have a pool party?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, how was that?
Lit.
Yeah.
And then I do bingo every other week.
Okay. You throw bingo or you?
Do hip-hop bingo.
Oh, that's what's up.
I host it.
That's what's up.
At Famous.
Oh, you doing any more new sipping paints?
I haven't done a new sipping paints.
I'll still be a model if you need a model.
I do. I was thinking about it. I was like,
yeah, we're in.
I was thinking about it. I was like, it is time for a new sipping paint.
It is definitely time. That was probably one of the funnest things that we did. Just doing it just to do something cool. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. So what you been up to?
I just came back from a music festival in Missouri.
Oh, that's nice. Did you go to, you went to Bonnaroo?
No, I went to Sacred Earth.
If you went to Bonnaroo, I was going to be so upset for not taking me. How was that?
Sacred Earth was amazing. It was exactly what I needed.
That's good. It was a lot of bands at the music festival?
DJs.
Oh, DJs.
Playing all psytrance, EDM. Imagine EDM with some outer space noises.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's cool. Yeah, I was supposed to go to Bonnaroo 2 years ago, and it flooded. I had picked up the rental, and literally the whole campground flooded. So they canceled the whole event. I mean, big time, big money, but I ended up having to take the L for the rental. I was devastated. Because that's what I was going to do because we couldn't travel like that, but we could drive. So, and the shit got, But it's still on my bucket list. I've never been. Of course, they had one new day, like topless day. And I was like, oh, shit, now I know I'm going. But still on my bucket list, so.
You should go.
Yeah. What you been up to? What y'all been up to? You want to share anything? That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. What are you going to school for?
For me, social work. My master's degree in social work.
Okay.
My bachelor's in psychology.
That's what's up. Y'all smart.
We're going to be picking people's brains. Oh, assessing.
Yeah, they going to be picking y'all brain with their drama. That's what's going to be going. Well, that's exciting. I'm proud of you guys. That's nice to hear.
Practice self-care.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
So.
very much.
Yeah, so we're celebrating the final. I don't know if we're celebrating. Am I talking too loud? Okay. It's kind of bittersweet to be having the last episode, but if you think about if you had like 200 pennies or like you had 200 sex partners, that's a lot. So, I mean, 200 episodes is a lot. 200 topics. And then if you count the guests that we've had on top of 200 episodes of guests. So we're going to be like a little bit of adult conversation trivia, which y'all don't have the answers. I got the answers. Okay. But some people are like, I know the answer. I know the first four. So, and Candy, don't cheat. I'm trying to see how good your memory. Because when is I think the last show we did together, I know your schedule changed with work, and that kind of fucked everything up.
Right?
Yeah.
COVID. Was it right after COVID?
I think so. It was. And it got rough after that. It definitely got rough after that. So, what does anybody know what year was the first episode of Adult Conversation? What year we started? It's 200 episodes, so I mean,
I can say it, but I'll let someone else go.
Oh. Anybody got a guess? What's your guess?
My guess is 2017.
You're just an ass, I tell you. Did you really know that, or you?
I did, because that's the year I moved home.
Oh, damn. That would... See, that's cheating, though, because you had a significant life factor event that made you remember 2017. Does it seem like that was that long ago?
No, definitely don't.
2017. What were you doing in 2017?
I
I
just
mean to put
moved
you on
out
the
here
spot.
from Missouri, and I
Oh,
was.
so I don't know why I keep forgetting you're from Missouri.
But moved out here literally in July of 2016, and pretty much immediately jumped into the kink and swinger world.
Oh, that's what's up. What is it? Was there anything going on out there?
Yes, but everything's super underground because it's like heavy biblical and judgy.
One of my favorite new campgrounds is out there though.
Yes,
What is the name of it? I always say
it's right outside.
I always
St.
make it
Louis.
sound like it's a place for dead people, but it's not. It's not Pine Rest, but it's shit. It's something
remember.
Pine. It's something Pine, but it's really, 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 really nice. It was one of my favorite places. I mean, I drove out there just to go to an event
I
that was out
never
there.
actually went there, but I had some
I can't
friends
believe
that
I
went
can't
there
remember the name
regularly.
of it. Don't tell them. If y'all listen, I'm sorry, I can't remember the name. But they had like this cornfield, and they took you to the cornfield, and they did like fantasies. They had a pool. It's a lit spot. So most people weren't naked though. I was, but then I got uncomfortable because I felt like, why
Naked in a cornfield?
I mean, what's better?
I'd be worried about the bugs hopping on me.
Oh no, I had on plenty. I had layers of bug
Okay.
spray. I don't worry about that. Yeah. All right. So good job, Rissa. You got that joint. All right. So what was the first? I bet you're not gonna know this one. You might. I don't know if you even remember. What was the first network that we were on?
You want me to say it?
You know the answer? No, because you shouldn't know the answer. What's the first network? You know it?
The only one I remember, I don't think is right, but I say it.
It was the only one you interned on, so you should know it. No, see, no, that wasn't it.
I know where it was.
Where was it?
It was right there on what street is that? Rhode Island Avenue.
It was
Yeah,
on Rhode
it was
Island
on Rhode
Avenue.
Island Avenue.
Yeah. What was the name of it,
Bliss
Candy?
FM.
Bliss FM. Yeah, that was our first one. That was a lot different too, though, because we were there and then we were here. We didn't do anything but in between, right? Yeah. Well, this was Rip Radio, which Rip Radio still exists, but Hey Trump, I miss you. He moved to Florida, so that's when Beltway Radio and Beyond took over. So we were still in this space, so it was a little different. And I kept getting fucked up because Bliss is the cruises I go on. So every time I'm saying Bliss, they like, what? Like you do podcasts on the ship? No, motherfucker, this is shit. In DC, it's totally different. All right, who were the original hosts of Adult Conversation that Candy handpicked herself?
Host? The original. You want me to answer this?
You know the answer.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You want me to answer?
Does anybody else know? If nobody else knows, she gonna tell y'all. Do you know? You used to watch the show.
Well, my guess is Candy, you, and Drew.
Yeah, those are your original hosts. So we had a producer too, but
Yeah, but he was producer.
yeah, he was producing. He wasn't necessarily hosting. So, who talked the most? Wait, who talked about sex the most on air?
You.
Probably Sunshine. Because it wasn't me.
My guess is Sunshine or Drew, because he's
It was definitely fucking Candy, and I knew she was gonna say that. Like, I knew that she was gonna say that shit.
Definitely
It
wasn't
was
me.
definitely Candy, because you did all the posts, and they were always sex shit. Like most of your posts were sexually related.
Well, yeah, that was Facebook.
Okay, but we talked about what you picked on the show, so
I mean, we rotated topics.
we did rotate topics. But she talked about sex more than I did. It's funny everybody was gonna say me, and I'm not the culprit. I'm definitely not the culprit. All right, who? Let me see where I'm at. This one's probably easy. Everybody should know the answer to this. Aside from Adult Conversation, what was the name of the lifestyle party group that we held parties under? And this was back in the day as well. You should even know the answer to this. You don't know?
I'm sorry. I don't.
You wasn't getting out much back then. They had
No,
you
I
on
was on
lockdown and
lock.
shit. She wasn't allowed to come out and party with me.
Nobody.
You don't know either? You know Game Master? Nobody knows. You want to tell them, Candy?
Play Nice Social.
Play Nice Social. Yes, definitely Play Nice Social. And when I'm telling you, we used to have the littest parties. Like,
Yes.
It was like the best kept secret till it really. People to this day still message me, be like, "When y'all having another party?"
I still get messages.
We don't do that anymore. But it was a lot. It was pretty lit. Yeah. And I think the
Had a whole pool party with no pool.
we sure did. We sure did, man.
Best
We sure
fucking pool
did.
party ever with
But
no
we put
fucking
the pool together. We put the Walmart pool. We put that joint together.
You got an inch of water in it.
and Dickerson.
Yeah,
Pool,
those
man.
pictures popped up in my memories. I
Did
said,
they?
Oh yeah, because it was in the end of August. I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
August.
And we handled that shit though, because when the property manager
Yes.
pulled up, that shit was devastating.
to
He
shut
was
us
like,
down. We was like,
they
we
walking.
all
A lot of the people that hung out with you at your spot where you were at, they walking out the backyard butterball. Like we talking about this a family reunion. We was definitely all family up in that joint. Like, yeah, that was a lot of fun. What was your favorite party?
Pizza and porn.
Pizza and porn was a good one. Yeah, pizza and Candy.
Everybody was fucking on that joint.
Yeah, Candy came up with some really good theme parties, and like back when we were doing it, the themes weren't out there. And as soon as we would throw a theme party, next thing you know, everybody having the same type of party. Now it's just, I mean, it's funny because that's one of the things, and I'll get into that later. That's one of the things that I enjoyed about this show. It's like we were definitely setting trends for the DMV. So, I mean, now everybody and their mother's throwing a fucking. Well, first of all, you can't really be a group and you don't have a party. I don't even know what the fuck
I don't
that's
remember
about.
last time I've been to a lifestyle party. You know what? I went to Heather's party, the hotel party.
Heather is probably one of the last parties I've been to as well, and it's been a long.
So I went
Long
about
time.
a month ago. 2 months
But I'd rather go to the VFW than go to a lifestyle. I'd rather go to VFW because I have some good chicken. So I'd rather go to the VFW than go to a lifestyle party. Well, I still do go to the private affair, but that's different. That's
That's
not
not-
the
that's
same
so
thing. Yeah,
different.
that's
That's
totally
so
different. And I go to dance. I've never gone for anything but to dance. So, quiet as kept.
Never been there forever either.
That's still my shit though. And I actually was the last time I was there. They had the pool party, so I went up for Friday night mocha party, and then I stayed for the pool party. Okay, we got that. Whose post on social media received the most attention? And it's still out of me, Drew, and Candy. Y'all aren't friends on social media, so you wouldn't know.
I know who it is.
Any idea?
I'm totally thinking it's you.
Definitely not me. Definitely Candy. I mean, Candy had one fucking post. The sandwich with the ham.
The knuckle sandwich.
The knuckle fucking sandwich. I mean, that shit was the most famous post I think I've ever seen. And she was doing it out of boredom. It wasn't even like meant to be
It was just
that
post.
serious. And it was just her hand. What was like, what's for dinner?
It said when your husband's been stretching you out all day, and he asked you what's for dinner, and it was my picture of my hand and some bread
And the bread.
and some cheese on top of it. It was a knuckle sandwich.
I mean,
And
you'd
that
have
joint was viral.
thought that she fucking posted like a piece of gold. Like, I mean, they went crazy. I've never seen anything like that. Her post used to be fun. But then also when we first started, we would say shit that most people wouldn't say. So it definitely that trend too. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe they really said that.
We'll say anything.
We'll say anything because
Especially Drew.
yeah.
his
Mhm.
dick.
Oh my God. Do you know that's our drop? One of our drops, right? You got the drop queued up, Game Master. Drew's.
This dick!
And when he was saying and he would play that drop,
Oh
Drew
my
used to be
God.
so fucking size. I'd be like, oh my gosh. His head, like you could watch it grow. That he was just so impressed. I mean, oh shit, that brings me to, I didn't put this on the list, but he's probably said dick more times than anybody I've ever met in my entire life. I mean, he could say it like 20 times in one, and he was always talking about his dick. Like, it wasn't like,
Right, it wasn't,
it was a dick conversation. Everything was his dick. But
Like you know who came home late?
my
who?
dick, my
His
dick.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
oh my God.
but it was so, like, when we used to go up north, it got so famous. We would be at like little smaller parties up like in Pennsylvania, Jersey, and other people be like, "Oh, this dick!" Like they be like, he was so excited. So he definitely coined the phrase "this dick."
I'm gonna have to send you the My Dick song.
Oh my gosh! If I'm at the, oh my god, some sitcom we had on earlier, I wasn't really watching it, but I was like, damn, they say dick a lot. So it's funny we're having this conversation because they kept making dick jokes. I don't know, dick jokes got old to me. It's just not as entertaining as it used to be. Well, I did say last week. Somebody was trying to tell me the size of a TV, and I said, well, the only way I can measure it is in dicks. Like, if it's an average one, and, okay, you're 6 inches, and I put them all the dicks beside each other, and then I'll know I can do measurement. That's how I measure. I know it's ridiculous. That's how I measure
approve.
shit. Right.
I miss dick.
Which leads me to the next one. Who cussed the most on air?
Drew.
You just said it. Drew. Oh, my gosh. I used to get so
We'd be
so
like
heated.
so pissed.
Oh my God, because like every other word can't be the N word. Like it just
he
every
did just
other
cuss,
word.
but he said the N word more times.
He said it
than
as
I've
many
heard
times
the
as
N word in anything.
Yeah, he said it as many. And we would get into really heated debates through all the seasons because he still was on that racial thing, and that shit used to drive me crazy. Because I'm like, I'm 14 nationalities. Like, you can't talk race to me. I can be whatever the fuck I want. Like, and we would get and people got worried. They used to text me and be like, are y'all okay? They thought we was really like, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck what he says. I'm still mad, though, because you can't say that shit.
Right.
But he was so pro whatever the fuck. It just anyway. Oh, damn, that shit, bro. Look, that shit made my head hurt just thinking about it. Who breasts were and still are the most famous?
Sunshine.
That would definitely be me. This one here would post literally pictures of my cleavage and be like, does anybody recognize these? And everybody be like, that's Sunshine. That's Sunshine. So it's partially your fucking fault because her posts were the most famous.
She was advertising.
So, but then I got that fucking famous because it was my titties and shit. Like, oh, shit, that's funny. Oh, yeah, they guessed it right, too. Who was the meanest on Adult Conversation?
I think that was Drew.
You think it would be Drew? You got a guess? Candy. Definitely fucking Candy. Candy was definitely mean. Definitely mean. She just was so like, once something got on her nerves, she'd be like, I don't give a fuck. Like, and especially when people would be asking her shit, and she'd just be like, fuck y'all. Like, I'm not a. And she never, like, we used to go places. And she just didn't feel like being bothered. So people used to think I'm Candy. And I'm like, I'm not Candy. I'm Sunshine. Because if she ain't know you and she ain't feel like talking to you, she just wouldn't. So they just would get all confused.
I'm still like that.
I bet you are.
See, I thought it was Drew because he was always just so aggressive. And
He is very
everything he
aggressive.
said.
Yeah. He definitely was aggressive though. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Okay, well that's it. Last one. Oh, we said Candy was the meanest. Who had the most stalkers?
Sunshine.
Definitely had the most stalkers. Yeah.
I was in a situationship, so nobody really bothered me.
Yeah, I definitely had a lot of. I mean, they told me many times like I treat every man like they're my boyfriend, and that's why I had so many stalkers. But I thought I was doing the right thing. All right, that was it for that. So Candy, for you, do you think that Adult Conversation could ever be duplicated? What we did,
Definitely not. The show?
not.
No, definitely.
Yeah. Why do you think that?
The show, well, it started from just the roundtable topics, but then once it grew, it became our life. It became the things that people just didn't know about. Like I was having a conversation with my male friend on the way here. He was like, I'll never go to a swinger party because I don't share. And I'm like, I didn't even, at that point I just said, okay. Old me would have been like, let me explain to you about how that is not even the case and you got it all fucked up. But then I just said, oh, okay, and just let it be. But we broke it down. We brought on demonstrations. We help you understand that the lifestyle. We help you understand just mental issues, just different things. And we brought on different people. So it was never just about sex. It was about what was going on in your life on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and who can we bring in to help you understand it, see that you're not alone, and things like that. And then we kept current about what was going on in the world, too.
Yeah, so. It was definitely, I definitely think we taught a lot of lessons. One of the highlights for me, and actually this is how me and Ivory got close, just in that same mode of teaching people in the lifestyle how to do it right and how to do it wrong, just like what you did in the BDSM community. because it was always like people were scared to talk about it. But you doing all this shit behind closed doors, so you know you can't act like you're not doing it. I mean, I was on a panel. Remember, I did dating in the
Still doing
DMV, and like this guy came up and literally is like trying to rip my fucking head off because I'm like, I don't believe in monogamy. And he's so I'm a marriage counselor. I don't give a fuck. I mean, you can be whatever you want to be,
Right.
but you can't tell me what I have to be into. I mean, we had the pastor on the show, which that was definitely one of the yes. We had her on the show, and then we were actually on her show, and she ended up actually giving me a Candy an award. For just keeping it real. I mean, I was scared when I saw her mother, and I was like, oh my gosh. But even at that, somebody came to me and was like, I need your help. Like, I need to find the right sex toy. So it was like, it wasn't always, you know, just talking about fucking. I mean, it was actually teaching people how to fuck better. So
I really appreciated when I would tune in the psychological component.
yeah, that
lot
meant a
of
lot. That definitely meant a lot.
I think a lot of people still need that.
They really do still need it. There's so much shit out there now in podcasting, though. I mean, I've made comments before. Like, we're one of the oldest. We were one of the oldest shows that were actually talking openly, especially people of color, because people of color don't do shit like that. So, I mean, it was just a trendsetter. And then next thing you know, everybody got a fucking podcast. But I can't tell you what's clean and what's, you know what I'm saying? It's all a matter of perception and opinion. But we really did spend the time to research the topics.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people, I mean, we wasn't
used
just
a lot of words.
talking shit. Like, we was researching that shit to, like you said, to make sure we knew the latest information of what's going on. So, like, I think you'd be very successful doing something in BDSM. And we talked about that. Like, it's just, there's a different,
And swinger.
it's a different market. Well, both, of course. But just people talking about sex real across the board. Because sex talk is more, even though I do include facts, it's still more for entertainment, you know. I mean, people still can't tell me how far a whale can shoot sperm. But they have so much fun trying to figure it out.
know.
You know, I mean, they do have a good time.
I want to know who's going to go out there and test it and find the fuck out.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Yeah, so, but then also for me, when I would go to events, and I could be just as, like, when I used to go to, like, I think I went to luncheon with the Four Queens when they were together back in the day. And I can't even, to this day, people be like, oh my gosh, like, you helped me so much. And, you know, I used to listen to you. People be like, I listen to you when you travel because you just always brought my spirits up. And that's really what it was all about. It was just about being real. And like Candy said, everybody's fucking for the most part. Like, it doesn't have to be a secret, you know. And
There shouldn't be shame behind
you
it.
shouldn't be, it shouldn't be shame behind it. And that's really what we were trying to teach. And I mean, we did shit in Florida. We were going all over the place doing things to really get that message out there. So that was a lot of fun. That's the part that I'm going to miss. Mm-hmm. I'm going to miss having a platform to like share information that I think people know. But like Candy, I don't be talking to no. I mean, this is my social media time. I don't go on, I don't scroll, I don't do that shit. Every blue moon I go down Instagram because I follow a couple people that I just think are fucking hilarious. But other than that, I don't get on the book. So, and that's what be like, if you want me to come somewhere, you should really text me because I'm not gonna be there. Because if you invite me, I'll never see it. So that's what we enjoyed about it. What was your least thing about doing the show? Yeah, driving the fuck out. The traffic and driving.
I left work at 4:30 today, and
I
I got
appreciate
here
you.
at like 6:45.
I know, and when I was texting you this morning, that's what I was like, well, you can just come to the next one at the house because I didn't want you to be, yeah. I mean, you know I appreciate you.
I'm
You
just
know I
glad they
appreciate the
changed my
support.
schedule so I could
Oh
be
my,
here. I
oh
was
my
like,
gosh.
yes.
Yeah, I know. And I'm glad you came out because it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same without you. He's supposed to be on his way. I don't know what the hell is taking him so long. I said my driver. Yeah, the vagina redesigner, my driver. Like, I don't know what the fuck is taking them so long. And Heather is actually on her way too. But hopefully by the time they get here, we won't be wrapping up.
Right.
But
It'll
yeah.
be during break.
Hopefully. That was my thing too. My least favorite thing was the drive. And I do wish that, you know, I kind of wish that Like when I did the award show with Rip Radio, I really, really enjoyed myself because all the shows got together and it was just more of a community, but I don't really feel that anymore either. Like, I don't even know what other shows are on the network. So everybody's busy. It's just, it's changed. It's just a different time, but. Oh, we have a call? Call me if you need. Welcome to Adult Conversation.
Hey, what's going on? This is Trump.
Hi, how are
Hey,
you?
Trump.
I'm good.
Good.
I
We were just talking about you earlier. We miss you.
I miss y'all too, man. I miss y'all too. I'm so sad to see this the last show.
Oh, it's okay. But I got Candy back out, so that's a good thing. How's things down there with you?
Man. Things are great, man. Things are great. It's just a whole new vibe, a whole new energy, and I love it.
That's good. I'm glad. That's really glad.
I don't know what Game Master doing in the corner over there. I tried to call in 3 times. He must be watching some porn on the computer.
Yo, I kept it silent, man.
He got busted. He got busted. Right. Yeah, I was just saying earlier, I had asked what was the first network that we were on. And my daughter was like, I think I know the answer. It's Rip Radio. And I was like, no, that's not the first. I said, but we were definitely on that network as well. So I'm glad things are going well for you down there. I mean, shoot, you got to let me know when you come back to Maryland to visit so I can make you some muffins. Didn't you have a muffin last week?
Okay.
Master?
Oh, man, I love your muffins. I love eating your muffins. They are delicious.
I love when you eat my muffins, too. No,
well,
I'm
y'all
glad
have a great show.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying y'all have a great show. I'm here tuning in. I'm watching and listening and having a ball.
Okay, thank you. You know I appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling in. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, honey.
All right, bye-bye. That was my buddy until he left me. So, is he coming back for Exotica or no? Look, I should have asked.
He has because they go to Miami as well.
Oh, they do the Miami.
So
one.
I believe he went there this year. So
okay.
I'm not sure.
I'll have to check in on that. All right, let's see. So we said what our least favorite thing was, and we talked about. All right, so Candy, for you. What's one time that we were out and somebody recognized us just from the show? I want to see if you remember.
What was that? Where? Was it like a swinger party or something?
No, we were out in just regular public and shit. You don't remember? Mm-hmm. You remember the police officer at Christmas time? And when we were in D.C.?
Oh, when we was at that Christmas
party as our regular selves.
Yeah.
And he almost lost his shit. Like, oh my God, that's Sunshine and Candy. He came and took pictures with us and everything. Has that happened to you?
Yes.
Yeah, what happened?
Oh my God.
It'd be wild when you're not in that mode as somebody like, yeah. I was there for work.
I went to a bar, just a vanilla bar to hang out with a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked in and this dude was like, Ivory Valentine. Oh my God, I've been following you. I know that you've been going through how you doing? Ended up buying me a drink. His girlfriend got jealous. I had to reassure him he was behaving.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
Yes.
There was another time, and actually this one I used to go to, I was going to say spit that. Think about your ass. When we would go to Howard Theater for, Sweet Spot. And Candy was always big on promoting that event. So we'd have a couple of rows. And I'm in front of Sweet Spot, and this guy is just like, oh, that's Sunshine. He's so happy. You know, it's like, can I give you a hug? And I'm like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So then when inside, they were sitting in, like, the back row. So I took a picture with, like, I don't know if it was his wife or his girlfriend at the time, but I took a picture with both of them because I didn't want him, her to feel awkward. If they weren't fighting by the end of the night because he acted too happy to see me, and I was like, I don't have anything. I can't stop that. But it's been some bad and some good, yeah. But at first, it freaked me out to go out and people would know me from the show because I'm just like, it's just not what I was used to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people be staring me down on a regular, but not that you know my name enough to come and talk to me. Yeah, that should definitely be weird. Hey there. Come on there.
Hey, girl, hey.
We got a seat for you right over here. No, you fine. You just fine. After all the traffic, you just fine. Oh, thank you. You're so good to me. Let me move this back here. I know traffic was a bitch, so that's why we freestyle. We freestyle.
From the traffic to my TV falling off the wall.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
We freestyle, so it's all fine. You gonna get all the attention now, Candy.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
You don't want no more. You don't want no extra attention. So look who just joined us. Heather made it.
Miss Heather.
She made it. She was in the traffic to get here, so y'all know how that goes. But we were actually just going through shit that's been going on for the past year we started. You know what year we started? Should I put her all on the spot and shit?
I don't remember. I want to say like 2019, but I don't think that's right.
2017, but that's good. Yeah, that was close. That was definitely close. Thank you so much for this. Yeah, so that's what we were talking about. We were talking about memorable moments. So let me ask you, Heather, is when you go out, just in regular, like going out, you just doing some regular shit, how often do you get recognized from what you do in your other activities?
All the time.
Yeah, I figured you would say that.
I can't go nowhere. It's like bad. Like really bad.
Why is it bad?
Because I'm a hugger, but I hate hugging people all the time. And then also people see me in different aspects. So Fupa Nation is my lifestyle, swinging stuff. Only Heather is my podcasting and everything else. So people don't know how to separate the two.
Right.
A lot of times. So it's like, I don't want to talk about fucking. I don't want to talk about podcasting. I'm Heather with one R. That's it. And a lot of times also my grandbaby's popular. So my daughter hates that when we go out, everybody knows her too.
Oh, wow.
So it's like it's rare to really go somewhere and not know people.
Especially in the area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
That just reminded me of a time I was at the airport.
Oh,
At the airport.
that happened to me before too.
That happens to me a lot.
This dude, like, I sort of remember him. He came to one of my parties. But anyway, now he knows my government name.
Oh, shit.
Because it's
Oh,
on
I
my
hate that
passport. It's straight TSA. I was like, boy, do not stalk me because I will fight you.
It's okay.
So we do all the time.
We used to that shit all the time. We like, who gonna do it tonight? We did that shit all the time. So, damn, we got to move this mic around. So it doesn't make you feel, so everybody doesn't feel comfortable. That's the point that I'm getting at. Because it never made me feel comfortable.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like if somebody wanted to bust me in my head, they could be like, I got her. And I'd be like, who the hell was that? Or they come up, they're like, hey, Heather, boo, how's it, man? I'm like, who is this?
It feels like a little violation, but that's
Yeah.
kind of what we sign up for when we put our face out there.
And that's what I always say. If you put your shit out there, then you kind of gonna get, you're gonna get the recognition. But then what I had to learn is the teaching, like Candy was saying, versus like the good energy and the bad energy. Because people that I have literally like cut off like completely, I can't talk to you, I can't fuck with you, I can't even respond to you. Because as I've been trying to tell you, I'm in a different place in life, you don't hear me.
Right.
So now I just can't respond to you. And that's been, they don't give up. I've never seen anything like it. Like, it could be, just like someone randomly texts me that I haven't talked to in probably 3 years. And I'm like, you don't even say, hey, sunshine, how are you? What's going on with your life? You just assume that shit is the same as it was 3 years, and it's just not. So I think that's pretty fucking annoying, personally.
Yes,
So,
I agree.
I love my block button. We're very good friends.
That's your bestie? That's your bestie. I completely understand. So, Heather, you watched the show, and you've been on the show a couple of times. What do you think, one I'd ask Candy if you think the show could be duplicated. I mean, I know you do your own show.
No.
Yeah, we said the
People
same thing.
aren't comfortable talking about sex and talking about the real shit. So,
Right.
no.
Are you hot? She done brought her personal fucking fan.
Yeah, I know me.
What the fuck? She done rolled in here with a gift, a personal fan, a juice, and her phone. Like, what she comes fucking prepared. Oh, my gosh. Exactly.
Good for you regulating your own body's
I
temperature
like
space.
that. I like that.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I don't think it could be duplicated. What are people going to do now? You starting something else up? Or?
Nah, I'll probably resume sex talk, but I'm not even going to do that till October. Because I've enjoyed my sabbatical. So, but then even so, since I don't fuck as much as sorry guys, but I don't fuck as much as I used to. So, yeah, apparently.
That's what I said.
Keep it real.
I was like, I'll talk about sex in front of my daughter. I'm like, she got a whole fucking baby.
I just don't, which was one reason why I say I can't keep up with both shows anymore. Because I don't travel as much. I just don't have the content. I mean, I can talk to you about me fucking the vagina redesigner, but it's gonna be the same old thing. So, and then even that's been difficult because you know you give somebody an inch, they want a mile, and then you know like I'll never get over when I posted a picture as if I was about to suck his dick, and you couldn't see it though. I blocked it out, and it's just it was just promo. And I can't tell you how many dudes ask me could they see the whole picture. I'm like, what the fuck is
Why you want to see his
Why do you
dick?
want to
like?
see
What
his
is?
dick?
I never got that.
How much you want to pay?
But I can't.
Look, that can go either way.
I wasn't
right?
even trying to share that much, but it's kind of like I don't know. I wouldn't, act, you know. I mean, even when I'm telling people that are in my face, I'm like, that's it. That's his dick, and they're like, okay, but can I see the whole picture? It's just I don't know. But those are some of the things that kind of turn me off from doing as much as I used to do. And also, you go out. When you're talking about sex all the time, people truly think that that's all you're doing is laying on your back all the time.
Yeah.
And if you're teaching, it's not like that. There's a lot more shit going on. So
And it's so funny because people always think that I'm fucking and sucking 90 going north. And
that you're what?
fucking and sucking 90 going north.
90 going north.
And I'm sitting here like, anybody want to fuck? Not what you think.
And then part of mine is everything that if it comes to my mind, I post it on Facebook. And then I get all these fucking weirdos in my inbox, so I'm blocking you. And then if I get with somebody, they be like, "Oh, well, you fucking everybody. Who am I fucking? I'm barely fucking myself."
Girl, that's what they do.
You ready? Just because I talk about sex doesn't mean
That
that
you're
I'm
fucking
out
all the
there
time.
fucking
It really
everybody.
doesn't.
And technically, for the since 2016, I was fucking one person.
Yeah, you're in a relationship.
So I was married and in a
I was
relationship.
she's married.
In a
Right.
relationship and fucking only one person. So it doesn't mean because I talk about sex. Well, I talk a lot of girls, but still. Just because I talk
But in
about
their
sex,
mind, only whores will talk about it.
it doesn't mean it. So that's. But it opens up the conversation. When you can open up that conversation and let people talk about it and feel free about it. And don't feel judged about it. When they get into the bedroom or whenever they have to talk to their partner, it's a whole different type of feeling because they're used to talking about it. Doesn't mean you're a whore. If you want to be a whore, there's nothing wrong with it. But
I'm a good whore, though.
right, there's nothing wrong with it. But you're not in the bedroom feeling ashamed.
Right.
Like,
I definitely agree. And that's been, you know, I mean, everybody in this room, well, of course, everybody sitting at the table. That's one of the things that I admired about all of you. And that's how we all ended up being friends because we all think the same. Like, it's not that fucking serious. Like, I think people take sex too serious. I think they take your decisions too serious. And it's always making it a big fucking deal when at the end of the day, it's not really that big a deal. As long as you're not hurting anyone and you're comfortable with yourself. And I think that was the big thing for all of us. What you did, what we did, what all of us did was always making people feel comfortable with themselves, you know.
Yes.
And like Candy was one of the first people I ever talked to about masturbation. You remember I had never masturbated, and they act like I was missing out on something.
I am so happy for you, thankful for you. Like that's something that I've always taught people. Like since I was a teenager, I'm like, how are you not?
It's still not a thing
I'm
for
not
me
a
though.
fan.
How are you
Yes,
not doing?
I'm definitely not a big fan.
I
Of
mean,
it.
if
At
I
least
gotta
enough
finish
to
the
know what you
job,
like.
it
okay.
definitely stops me from fucking the wrong motherfucker.
I can see
Yes.
that. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can,
So
yeah.
Rub one out if you still want it, then go after.
And it's stopping me from fucking my ex.
Good for you. I'm proud of you because that's a road you can't come back from.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. I mean, shoot. I was gonna say something, but I keep forgetting my kid in here and shit. Not that that matters, but she be like, "Mom's so nasty." No, but I'm definitely like some of the people I was dealing with when I got, you know, I settled down. It's like even when I look at them now, I was like, how was I ever fucking you? Like I have to question myself and be like,
What was I going through?
was I tripping or something? But then, you know, I got to that point, especially with the way I was moving for like, especially 2019, because I was traveling all over the place. I'm living my best, well, I'm still living my best life, but I was really living my best life that year. And then I realized most of the shit I was doing was for other people. It wasn't for me. Right. And that's where I'm like, I don't want to do this shit no more. And it stopped getting exciting. But then that's when I got on the orgasmic pleasure kit. Because I'm like, well, I'd rather be fucking and I'm actually enjoying myself, not pleasing someone else. So then that's a whole better situation as well. And I think we lose sight of that shit. So that's always
Most definitely we do.
Yeah. Because especially if you're a pleaser. And most people, especially women, are pleasers. Even if you don't intend to be a pleaser, you find yourself going that extra effort to please somebody.
And in the communities that we're from,
Yeah.
the focus is on
And they
male
couldn't fucking appreciate
enjoyment, not ours.
It's not as appreciated. It's not as appreciated as it used to be. I mean, that's why I got away from oral, because I'm just like, y'all nasty. Like, y'all licking everything, and I just don't want no parts of that. I'm not interested. When you get, like, that's, again, when you get too many offers, it takes the fun out of.
Like, you eating everything?
Yeah, like, exactly.
No, thank you.
Yeah, and that eating ass thing, I can't. I'm not about that life.
It's okay.
She like, what?
She like,
don't knock it till you try it.
Send them my way.
I ain't having sex, so at this point, if
I'm
if
picky,
getting my ass
but, you
ate
know.
is the only thing I'm gonna get. I'm gonna just have to take it.
I'm so glad. Wait, say that one more time. I want to make sure we all hear you.
No.
Please. Because I'm going to tell you, this is another thing about Candy. Like, Candy ass used to start so much trouble. And I peeped it because I know how her ass is. And she literally, oh, yeah, I want to peg somebody. I want to peg somebody. She going in. If I ain't have a couple from Washington State blowing up my, do Candy really want pegs? They try to set it up. And then I'm hitting Candy up like, here's your
That's
chance.
so far away.
Oh, no, they was coming here for our
Girl, I
parties.
can help you.
No, they was coming here for our parties. They was ready.
But I don't.
I don't want to smell the shit.
But hopefully you don't smell
I will
shit.
make
if
an
they taking care of
announcement.
themselves
Just watch my
properly.
announcement.
Oh my God.
Clean your ass before. This is
Always
for
and
you.
forever.
That's what a good animal's for.
Yes.
You know, hey. Oh my gosh, y'all are ridiculous. Ooh, I tell you. What else did I have to talk about? Well, y'all just funny and shit. That's why you was like, did I do a topic? I'm like, with the people that's coming, a topic is really not necessary because we just gonna end up freestyling about shit anyway. So who was and you all should answer this if you saw a couple of shows, and you can't say yourself because that would be cheating. Okay. So who was one of the most memorable guests that were on the show?
The guy who did the flogging.
I knew the fuck you was gonna say that. Kinky bitch, adult toys.
Yes, Jay.
Jay. Y'all, I knew she was gonna say
That
that.
was definitely
That was definitely one of the most memorable shows.
I'm gonna say Norris because I don't know what the hell he was talking about on that one show y'all had.
He was on it. Look, I don't even like.
Yes, and I was just like, what are you talking about?
On this show?
Yes.
We had Norris on once?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think we ever had it.
It was
I
you
think
and
we
him.
did. Oh, it was just them two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I must have been on his show.
No.
Are you kidding me?
There were 200 shows. One's going to be lost in there.
Let me hold that real quick.
Oh, I was like,
Let me hold that phone. I hope ain't nothing happen. Excuse me.
I love
Bye
how you have them
Instagram. I'll
listed
see y'all
in there.
later.
yeah, that was a shock. I was like, what is he talking about? It was definitely you and him.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Do you remember one?
I don't remember none of the guests, no.
You don't remember none of the guys.
No.
You only remember yourself.
I mean, and our friend E. Calling him E confuses me.
I know, and that's who's calling me, and I'm confused why they're not here.
I like your caller ID name.
Why
for
they're
him.
not here yet. What the fuck? Why am I calling you?
I don't know.
I don't even try.
Should I answer?
That would
No,
be
don't
creepy.
answer. Definitely, definitely that was we had some people that were supposed to be here and they're not here, so I just want to make sure everything's okay. Definitely.
Yeah, Jake is always
Okay,
a vibe.
I don't know what took so long. You probably should have just
No,
come
I
back, but
said
I'll see you
Jake,
soon.
he's always a vibe. Kinky bitch adult toys, he's always a vibe. When I brought him in the house with Howie and he got his face stood on and drunk piss and everything, they're like, oh my God, who was that? I was like, yep.
Wow.
When I first met him, I met him at the Baltimore Playhouse. I was like, I'm going to change your life on this side of the East Coast.
That's where I met him too, at the Baltimore
Yep.
Playhouse. And he was like, he was just getting started, but like he was very inspirational to me. He like did a tribute video because I gave him the idea of putting these making his floggers like custom for people. So he presented me with a sunshine flogger and shit. Yeah. And then he wrote this like tribute to me about that, had me cry and put that shit on Facebook. But yeah, he was definitely, and I used to also really enjoy Chris from
Yes.
that used to be my buddy too.
Yes.
So I mean, it was a lot of people that came through. I mean, it's definitely hard to remember because it was just fucking too many shows.
It was only 200
But then
episodes.
Amanda and John from TPA, they came by that do the BDSM.
Yeah.
And she was like locking in the cage and all that shit. And she the one I pulled the hook out her ass and So it was clean. Yeah, I was so excited because I was scared poop was gonna splash on me, but not so bad. No, but she had ate it at dinner and like had it hooked to the back of her corset. And so then we were eating dinner, and she's like, "Sunshine, I need your help. Like, can you pull the hook out?" And I was like, "Oh."
Out of her ass?
Well, it was a hook. It was attached, and so I mean, I did. And she was like, "Just pull straight down." But I mean, that's my homie. Like I've known her for years, so I wasn't gonna be like, "Nah." You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then you know,
Take care of
what's I can't remember her name either. The young lady with the used to be with the Four Queens, and she got married at my she got married at my house. Yeah, you definitely. She was one of it was only 4 of them.
I don't even remember.
I know. I'm trying to.
Yeah,
not Emily,
I cannot remember. That's terrible. I can't remember her
Not
name.
Dana. No, was it Dana? What's the other?
Yeah, she got
Remember
married.
the house we went to in Columbia?
No, I don't think we ever went to her house. We
Well,
went to
we went
some
to her family or that big farm place in Columbia
shit. I don't even remember
with the
that.
outside. Oh, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, I don't forgot that.
We
Well,
done-
obviously we done
done-
forgot
we been-
some shit.
We've been in some crazy shit. Literally.
We had remember when we would had the house and we were throwing a play night social party and the girl grabbed a chair and we was dragging her out the house and she wouldn't let the chair go. She was drunk as shit.
Oh,
I mean lit drunk. We thought she was gonna mess with me. And me and Candy would like that night. I didn't sleep the whole night. I walked the floor all night because I was so worried. I mean, it was they were about to sell it for some stupid mad amount of money.
So what?
The
The
chair.
house. We have another caller.
I was like, about to sell the chair.
Welcome to Adult Conversation.
Oh, how everybody doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing very well.
Good. Who we speaking
I know
to?
that y'all didn't have the male presence for adult conversation.
The voice sounds familiar, but it might have been a long time.
Oh, you know the voice.
What they call
Oh,
you?
you know the voice. The only person that y'all didn't, say his name.
Unrestricted D. Oh.
Yeah, it's
How
okay.
are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there. Thank you. I'm sorry that I didn't invite you. It's my bad.
No, I don't need a invite, but a mention is good though because
No,
guess what?
definitely a mention is good. Well, that was up to Candy, not
Yeah.
me. I was waiting on her.
You said
I said it. I said it.
now.
Yeah.
It's her fault, not mine.
But you didn't now, so
said
that's
producer, unrestricted D.
Oh, I did say producer
definitely
unrestricted
did.
D.
I mean, actually, it is up to Candy because I told
I had to come on
Candy
Instagram.
who she probably should get to do the show. True or false, Candy?
No, that is true. You did tell me that he had said that you should talk to me and Drew.
Mm-hmm.
So you do have credit for that. And thank you for your part in making my titties famous.
Okay. All right. I just want to say you did a good job.
Oh, thank you.
Me leaving, Candy leaving, Drew doing what he did, what he was doing with you. But all in all, the show was a good show.
It was a good show. It
Yeah.
was a good show.
Definitely set a trendsetter for anybody else to come to try to compete. And as you said, no one else can copy the show.
Yeah, nobody
We
could
were-
do what we already did. So I appreciate you calling in to say that as well.
Yes, but as far as you, Drew, and definitely Candy setting the platform, y'all did a good job.
Oh, thank
I'm just
you.
glad that to be able to help y'all out doing that.
No, we appreciate the assistance. So, and you put your what was it? Unrestricted truths. You the honest man.
I did.
You the
I
honest
contributed
man.
a little bit to the show. I contribute a little bit to the show.
No, you definitely contributed to the show. You contributed more than a little bit. And we know we appreciate that. So, if life wouldn't have went by so fast, we'd still be doing the damn show.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Good to see you. Thanks
But-
for stopping by.
All right.
All right,
Appreciate
take
that.
care, unrestricted.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
You good? You don't want to come on, Mike? You good? We celebrating our 200th episode, so thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. Good to see your face. Oh, it's your birthday! Happy birthday! Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. Was you a Libra? Virgo. Okay. It's my birthday month, so I take the whole motherfucking month.
Thank you.
Yeah, I take the whole month. So, Candy, what would you say you learned from? And you all can answer because you all have done different things. What do you think that you've learned though? Let's go with the 2017. How long we've been doing what we do? You've been doing what you do for a while. I know. I might have the years. Might be even longer for you. What do you think? Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. I talk so damn much. Oh, what do you think that you learned? Like, what changed you as a person?
That I don't give a fuck about nobody. And if I probably give less fucks than I used to give.
You give
honestly.
less fucks, yeah.
Honestly. But I don't always say it. Now I just like I never really argue, but I don't even argue no more. Young, I just be like, oh, okay, have a good day, and then just keep it moving. Block, delete, control, alt, delete. That's it.
What do you think you learned?
Trust.
Not that you're ending what you do, because
Definitely
you're
not
still
ending.
doing things. I understand.
I'm adjusting. But trust no one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Until they prove themselves to you.
That's a good one. That's a good one. What about you, Heather?
I think I'm still learning, but similar to what Candy said, I'm learning not to give a fuck. Like, I'm a people person, but when it comes down to certain shit, I just have to be like, no.
Right.
And I'm also learning to kind of figure out what people's motives are. At first, I was like, oh, no, they're not thinking this or that. But now when they say keywords, I'll be like, fuck that. So I'm learning how to
We'll have to talk
point
about
out
those
what they
keywords
really want.
together.
Yes.
That makes sense. What did you learn from the episodes that you saw, Aaliyah?
I honestly, I don't remember.
Okay. So you learned absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
How to please our wife.
What did you learn from interning with Adult Conversation, you think?
I feel like the whole show was a learning experience. Like from the content, you know what I'm saying, as a whole. And just to be open-minded, for real. I mean, obviously I'm a completely different person than at the time of the show, but I just learned, just stay open-minded. And don't think you know everything. And that just goes back to what y'all was saying, like just because lifestyle or sex or whatever, that doesn't mean you're just out here doing whatever. I would have never known that if it wasn't for Adult Conversation. So stay open-minded because you never know what you know.
That's
We're missing out on.
Ooh, I did learn something else, too.
What else did you? You gotta move that fan a little bit because you know my nipples all hard and shit. They already hard.
She's making it more famous.
I thought I was trying to.
freezing to death and
My
shit.
bad. It's on one, too. That little thing pump. I learned some of the rules and laws. I remember the one show we did, and you was talking about people recording people, and like you can actually sue people, and like it was so many rules and laws to this shit that I didn't know. So I actually, just in general, being naked, and there was like we had one show in Sunshine, had all the rules laid out, and it was like this is what they're implementing now because people aren't respecting people's privacy and stuff like that. So I didn't know some of these other rules and laws that she pointed out.
So one of the best things, so when I came to the lifestyle, I came under Lions Den. And the best thing about Tish is that they don't fucking play about their rules. So when I went, that's why when we started Play Night Social, it was like take the phones at the door,
leave it in your car.
Or leave it in your car. We go through the rules. Make sure we have enough admin to walk around, and just make sure all the women are safe. Like, okay, I care about the guys, but in reality, fuck you.
Yep, it's about the women.
It's about the women, and it's about them being safe. And if you don't have women, then you have a dick fest, and ain't nobody coming to no. Okay, you correct, sausage fest, because I'm channeling my inner Drew.
This dick.
You have a sausage fest, and nobody want to be no fucking sausage fest. So you have to make sure the women are safe. You have to go over the rules. You have to reiterate the rules, and you have to enforce your rules.
Yeah,
You can't just have rules and be like no locked doors, and then see doors are locked, and then don't even open it. Nah, you bang that door and make that motherfucker open the door. That's the one thing I did appreciate about lifestyle. I haven't been to a lifestyle party until recently when I went to yours. But other than that, I hadn't been in almost maybe since before COVID.
And that's how I feel. So my main rule is, guess what? At the end of the day, it's zero tolerance. You could be my bestie. Your ass got to go. You could be whoever. Like, it's just what it is. It's about safety of everybody. You got to go, everybody. That's what you got to go. You know me. I knock on doors. I don't play when people with bullshit. Like, I'm not going to sit here and show favoritism because my job is to make sure everybody here is safe. So if we got issues, we talk to you. I might give you a little warning and be like, look, that's it.
Depending on the
I'm
infraction.
telling my security, we keeping eyes on this person. I let them know if I come back, you gone. Period. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're gone.
And that's one of the things, like, after doing Play Night Social with Candy for so long, that's when I incorporated waivers. Like, even though, you know, mine was under my company, just the drama that I just kept seeing, and I'm like, I wasn't trying to deal with that shit. Like, especially when I'm letting you into my home. And that was a big issue that every lifestyle group has, is keeping people safe. And people tend to think because, you know, people are paying if someone's paying their money to come somewhere, everybody should feel safe.
Yep.
So, and even the slick shit that people used to do, like somebody beefing with me and would still try to sneak into our fucking party. Like, you can't come to our fucking party. Like, we have an issue.
Can't sit with us, sis.
Right, you can't, you know, and I'd be giving the rules and look across the room and be like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, but then when I people were doing that, then I said, we need to go over the list of who says, you know, who's allowed to come. Because I think one person who was a big fan used to come to the round tables. He used to come out, but you know, when people get to drinking or doing whatever it is that you're doing, you know, we got too many complaints. And then after I got the complaints, he got bad. Oh, he was so fucking hurt. Like, as if because but you fucked up. I didn't make you fuck up. So, you know, but if I have two women telling me the same thing that you're doing, I have to believe them. You know what I'm saying? And you can't say you didn't do it. So, because I seen some other creepy shit you did. So 9 times out of 10, I think you did it.
We all know those ones.
Yep.
Yeah, so
And
it
one
got
of the
rough.
And we, you know, we used to. I mean, I don't know what's going on now with a lot of groups, but when we had people that we had issues with, or people who did creepy shit, we would all go say, "Hey, be aware of this person. I see this person is on your invite.
Right.
Be aware that this person.
There aren't enough people out there.
They're not
I
because
do
everybody
that.
people
I
go
will
for the
hunt,
money.
I will hunt groups down and be like,
Yes.
I suspect this person's going to try to come to your
Yep.
party. This is what happened with me.
But-
with me. And then they'll be like, oh, yeah, I've had problems with him in the past. I'm like,
Why
why
is he
didn't you
doing it?
communicate this?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's because it's about the money now. People like,
They
oh,
rent
oh, I
parties.
can do this. Yeah, they rent parties. Oh,
They
I can
tryna
do
pay
this.
their
Oh,
rent
I
for
can
that
do
shit.
that. It looks easy, but it's like you don't understand how much behind the scenes shit. You don't understand, like, even when people have known beefs, I'll say, hey, I'm going to reach out to them, or my partners who know me will say, hey, we ain't having this shit at our party, so y'all ain't got to be besties or no other shit, but put y'all on different floors, but we ain't having no drama. So if you feel like you can't control yourself, maybe you should sit this out, or you should sit this one out, or whatever. We're not here for that. It's too much epic shit going on to be fighting and to be having extra drama. But now I feel like anybody with a 2-bedroom apartment is just going to have a party nowadays, and
That's what they want to call it.
they just don't care.
But that's
just
also
want the
like
money.
shit just got so muddy. It was so, you know, not drama. We didn't necessarily have a lot of drama, but just drama in the community and as a whole. I just decided I didn't want to be part of that shit no more. Because it's just like, I don't want to do the whole, you know, people upset. If you think about the community of people that we have that attend lifestyle events, how can you ever be upset because another person's having a party? Like,
Right.
people rock with different people. Like, everybody's fucking going somewhere.
And you know what? So let me speak on that real quick. So I'm the person that will pull up the calendar before I even set a date and make sure nobody has nothing else going on, because I don't try to step on anybody's shoes. I'll throw a party out there. 2 weeks later, there's 4 other events going on.
Yep.
I'm not upset about it. I'd be like, catch you next time. I can't tell you where to spend your money. I don't know what experience you're looking for. I know what we have here, but I'm not going to get upset. I mean, there was someone in particular that used to really get upset because you went somewhere else. And I'm like, you can't control people's money or people's experience. I'm not going to get upset. Now, I try to respect everybody and not do stuff, but I'm the motherfucker that used to go to 4 parties in one night just to show face.
Right.
I don't care if I'm there 5
Sasha
minutes,
used to
1
do that
hour.
I used to do that shit.
Yeah.
all the- and then the fucked
I
up
still do
part
it
was,
occasionally.
I would go to 4 parties.
And they wouldn't even come to
And
yours.
them motherfuckers would not come to mine.
And ask Sasha
Would
what I
not come to mine. And then when I
Sasha-
stopped going, I stopped doing that shit. Supporting people who wasn't supporting me. They got some shit that, well, y'all act like y'all too good to come down. No, motherfucker. I done threw 6 parties. You never showed. So I decided, why am I going?
I feel like it's a 50-50
And
for
I
me.
always paid. That was the other thing. I don't
Right.
ask nobody to give me
Oh,
shit
me
for
too.
free.
Never
Because
ask
I'm not
for
going to
free.
your $25 party and you think
But
you're coming
that's
to mine for
also
free.
why I stopped throwing lifestyle parties. When I'm doing them
If
under
you
the
ask to
company,
get in free, they want, or even if they offer it, they're expecting something from you. Just pay.
Yeah, and in a lot of cases I do that too because I'm like, I'm gonna go here and I still gotta buy food here, buy this here, buy alcohol here, bring this, bring that. Now, there are some other groups that if there are certain owners that's doing stuff and they're active, we'll let them in free. We had a list, but I'm like, I stopped that shit because you can't even post my flyer. You want to come and now you like this, and now you want to talk about thruples, you want to talk about this, that, and third. You got to buy. No, stay home.
This is just me, and I never really understood even letting other group owners in for free. Because if we're a community, you should be supporting. You should want to pay.
Right.
Like, I don't even get the whole, I never got that shit. That's why when I started throwing the parties under Sunshine Aces LLC, and people tell me I'm throwing, first of all, this is not a lifestyle party, okay? This is a gathering. So, and it's not just lifestyle, it's nudist too. So you can't say, and I'm charging a flat rate. What lifestyle party chooses a flat rate?
That is
if you coming in I do that. When I
Yes.
do the parties, everybody paying the same amount of money. I don't give a fuck. Women getting dick and men getting pussy. You paying the same price.
Well, that's what I'm about to go
This
to because
pussy.
we're one there,
Thank you.
and I agree because right now I'm about to change a lot of shit. So we go above and beyond. We still give away free food. We do a bunch of other shit, and people still complain. And it's like, you know what? Guess what? I'm going to put a speaker in the hallway and put it on Pandora. Bring whatever the fuck you're drinking. Yeah, no, for real. Like, our brunch, our last party, the hotel fucked us around so bad. But at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? These people are here for me. This is our group, me and Tsunami. We had a fucking catering company come in and cater brunch for the fucking hotel guests, okay? And it was so good. Like, seriously. So we was like, we got to feed our people because they're used to eating, they're used to this, they're used to that. And people still find reasons to complain.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't have time to old school put your name on a bottle. We say premium liquor. Drink it. We don't stash that shit. On the same day we're checking out, we like, come get this because we don't want to carry it. So it's like we always say, everybody bring a premium bottle. But you come here with bullshit, it's like, okay, well, maybe I should put number 17 on this Velacroft. And then when you want to drink, you bring your armband to number 17.
You know we did that, right? That's what we were doing.
But I know, and I try to avoid that.
I didn't want to do that, but we had to because we would have people who would bring in Hennessy, and then someone who would bring in Savecca, and then they come in and drink up all the person's Hennessy. And then that's why I like going to TPA and stuff like that. They don't play that shit.
And even with the food, like food is expensive. You know what I mean? We still give away free food. We have vendors. Like if you don't want this, okay, there's vendors. But it's not like, oh, you got to buy other shit. So it's like, I think our last party, some of the little reviews and stuff, it kind of bothered me a little bit. Because I'm like, I know we go above and beyond to do extra shit. And I'm like, y'all are used to renting a fucking 2-bedroom at the Roadway Inn, 17 people on one bed, smoking it out, doing whatever. So like, guess what? That's what you want, you do that. I'm to the point where I'm going to do what you start doing. I'm like, exclusive parties, invite only.
Plus, if it's exclusive and you have a guest list, there's no drama.
Yep.
The drama is so limited. And then also, I mean, my issue became I had too many single women. That was really the issue. And I'm like, all y'all can't come and never bring a dick. Right. But then want everybody else dick. I mean, that's a whole problem too. That's what my issue became. Right. Because I always limited the number of men anyway.
Before I started slowing down in my gangbangs. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but I have slowed down a lot.
No, we don't be watching the gangbang, but tell us about it.
I didn't get the invite to the gangbang.
I didn't get the invite.
When's the next one?
When's the next one? I don't know. I got other parties up in line, but there for a while. But there for a while, I was having like 14, 15 women banging alongside me, and I'm like, one, this is awesome. I love that women are finding a camaraderie in this because I've always been that cheerleader, like, yay, pro women's sexuality, this is great, yes. But then on the flip side, I don't have enough penis now. You know?
Like it's a gang back. Where is the gang?
Right.
Penis is scarce.
Scarce these days.
And they're taking up,
Scarcity
and they're also taking up body space.
Right.
You know, because, you know, eventually you need some breathing air too. And if you don't have enough dudes, it's just complicated.
Also, another thing that Candy, that we came up with, we had memberships for adult conversation. When we were doing adult conversation, that shit was a big hit. Because it kind of worked. I mean, it did keep us up to date. The same people were trying to come to what we were doing. So that did keep it a little cleaner that people were getting the memberships. But then that shit got tedious and even managing that shit. But we was rolling. We was rolling at one point.
Yeah, and then COVID.
Yeah, COVID fucked all that up. So.
After COVID, I didn't give a fuck to do it no more.
Yeah, and plus I had been in a house too long. After you've been in a house for that long, I'm just like, I can't even go back to the same old shit.
I remember our first party after COVID. We called it the antidote. And it was a little bit after COVID. And, like, it was a crazy-ass party. Like, we rarely had fights and shit like that. People were fighting. People were, like, sleep in the hallway. Like,
it was a hotel party and shit.
It was a hotel party?
Yes. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we're checking out. People are in the hallway sleeping. People are in the stairwell. I'm like, what is happening? Like, I know you ain't been outside forever.
Yep.
But what the fuck is happening?
Wasn't it nice, though, when you could go to any hotel and throw a party?
Yes,
That
but
shit
now
dead,
people are
too.
messing it up.
But it's been messed up. I mean, most hotels, they're not letting you up in that spot. Cause they don't know
Yeah,
what to do with that.
and but a lot of hotels are getting greedy also.
Yeah,
so that's something I recently dealt with. I don't want to talk about their name because I might be seeing you in court, bitches. But anyway.
I was disappointed at that hotel.
Yeah.
Not y'all.
Yeah, and I've been there forever. However, they're getting greedy now. And it's like, I know I'm your biggest client. But because you got your own financial issues, don't put the pressure on me and my group. And don't be petty and don't do other things. And it's like, at the end of the day, people go to hotels to fuck. I mean, unless you're traveling, you're going to sleep, people go to hotels to fuck. So you can't sit here and try to say, oh, well, we wasn't aware of this and we wasn't aware of that. It's not on your counter in the front lobby. Right. So it shouldn't bother you. You know what I mean? And if we're all here together, so I stress us all being here because we try to do the whole hotel because we don't have time for other guests. Because we're all here.
You be in a hotel and there's church people and that had to happen.
Baby, they had a church in the mornings, okay? And I tell everybody, meet me in the conference room. They be like, no, bitch, it's church.
I can't even tell y'all how many parties I got suckered in to end up doing shit that I wasn't on the card. I'm a guest. But somehow.
Yep. But it happens. I do that too.
I got sucked
See,
in.
they know
Can
they
you
know
do
them
the
to
rules?
me.
Can you do the rules, Sunshine?
We all, but we
but
all
I'm
do
a
it.
guest.
Can
like,
you
I paid
host
to be
it,
here.
Ivory?
Can you host that? No.
And I used to be Captain Save a Hoe, and I quit that shit because I'm
used
like,
to do that shit too. That shit dead.
if it's going down, I'm like, oh my God, give me a mic. Every time I go somewhere, they want to give me a mic. I be like, I get paid for this shit.
Right.
Y'all tell me
Or
I'm
I
always
go to a party
outside.
and it's dead as fuck. Dead as fuck. And they be like, Candy, can you host some games for us? Can you get this more lively? And I'm sitting there like,
That's like when we was in
My cash app is.
And the lady
Oh my
like,
God,
Sunshine,
that
can
party
you go
was
knock
so
on everybody's door?
good.
What?
So we had a fucking resort in Florida, and we were doing a round table down there. And I ended up being the one to go get everybody to come outside, which it ended up being a good conversation because it was just people from all over the place. And, you know, we were all talking about lifestyle in different areas and, you know, shit that we experienced. It ended up being really fun. But I'm just like, I'm, you know, I didn't sign up for all that. But I learned the hard way. I don't be saying shit. If I'm a guest, I come and be a guest. I don't offer my assistance. I don't do that shit no more. I don't offer my assistance no more.
Somebody said more men would come if groups would stop charging them an arm and a leg.
Well, that's why I said the whole flat rate thing.
I understand that, but the thing is,
you would never be around so much pussy. Do that? Okay, let me shut up.
I mean,
You know what?
it's a good double edge because you charge less because you want more women there.
Right.
So
And you want
it
quality
to be
dudes.
at least
Quality
maybe
of
two,
dudes.
but you want the man quality. So if I charge the man $25,
You're gonna get every guy
gonna get
from around the whole block.
Every motherfucker.
you're gonna get guys in there who don't give a fuck.
Yes.
And
They
don't
don't have
know,
nothing
don't
to
understand.
lose. But when you pay
Right.
$60,
Shout out to
you think about I don't want to lose my fucking $60 over some dumb shit.
And that's cheap.
And see, you know what? That's what I always tell guys.
Right.
So we
Very cheap.
recently went up on our price. But one of the things I tell guys, if you go to a club, first of all, you're already $40, $50.
That's if you can get in.
Yeah. If you got on Nike boots or some other shoes, that's another $20, $30. Then I'm like, on top of that, now you're going to the bar, you're spending how much for a drink? You find somebody, you're spending how much for her drink? You kicking it, you go to IHOP or wherever to go eat after that. How much you pay for the meal?
Right.
Then, if you get lucky, how much are you paying for the room? To hope that you fuck one bitch.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I break it down like that. And they were like, oh, well. I'm like, no, seriously. Like, a lot of you guys would never be around so much pussy if it wasn't for some of us.
Anytime I get a dude that will try to argue that with me, I'm like, that's fine. This is the end of this conversation.
Have a good night.
You clearly do not get it.
Yeah, but like you said, if you're charging $25, everybody, every Tom, Dick, and Harry, Larry, Mary, Curly, and Joe is gonna fucking be at the party.
But see,
and they're not there,
not showered.
Happen. Not if you do. I probably have close to 400 people now on the private guest list, and those are people that I met since we were doing Play Nice, that they're already vetted, and now you know that went away.
Well,
too.
that's the thing.
So
So
I
the
send
vetting
out
that
an
way.
event, you're on. It doesn't go on social media at all.
Right.
I'm sending them invites out on
Email,
Eventbrite.
right.
No, just Eventbrite. And then typically you can't come if you don't prepay. Because that's the other shit I'm not dealing with no more. And this was an issue we used to have. We got way too much fucking food. If you got too much food or you got too little food, which we never really had too much. Too little. We had a lot of too much. So I'm not doing that shit now. So that shit, and then of course people get to know me. Oh, you think I could pay to do it? Nah, you cannot. You need to pay.
Right.
Because I don't want to go spend this money to make sure you can eat, and there's plenty for everybody. And then you decide to flake at the last minute because you want to go somewhere else. I'm not dealing with that shit no more.
That's why I like pizza and porn.
Pizza, oh my God, that was probably the easiest party.
That was
we
the
had.
first party we had that I did not cook.
That was the easy one.
Yeah, I cooked because I did cooking for all of the parties up until that point, and then after that, I was like, "Can we just do pizza every fucking time?"
Pizza and porn. That was a good one. That was definitely good. Our Four Seasons party was a lot of fun.
Oh, I love
too.
that one too.
Yeah, I did have a lot of fun with that. But I mean, when we was doing the glow parties back in the day, that shit was fun. We wasn't even doing them in houses. What about that house when the people was downstairs? We up there partying. That was the one.
Yeah,
with
that
it,
was
with
the
the
Four
grab the
Seasons.
chair. Oh, that was
We
the Four
rented a
Seasons
whole
party.
fucking house out past
And there was some people
Columbia,
downstairs.
and they had people downstairs, kids and a family downstairs.
And we having a lifestyle party,
a
right?
whole fucking lifestyle
We
party
sure
upstairs.
was.
He was like, only X, Y, Z, just, and then we had a whole party.
And then I think we tried to cover the camera with some balloons. That motherfucker talking about, can somebody move the balloons?
I do that.
We did not give a fuck.
When I got a
But
hotel,
Candy was like on that shit. She used to be on that shit with keeping us out of trouble. You have no idea. But that time when Norris almost caught that motherfucking grill on fire, I looked over there. He got the propane tank and charcoal and the flames coming out the grill. And I mean, it was that was the mansion party. It was a huge,
yeah.
I said, that fucking grill is about to blow up through them people with,
Hey, it
Lord.
happens.
I said,
It happens. It happened to me in Atlanta. I set the grill on fire. I don't know what happened, but it happened.
I
And
used to try to keep
the
us
pool.
out of trouble like shit, though. I mean, we used to,
Did
man.
he save the food?
I don't, excuse me.
I
I'm
don't
about to
think so.
say
He
something
burnt
wrong.
it. He burnt the food.
I'm about to say something
I
I shouldn't
remember he didn't say the
I
food.
can't.
And that was right before
You
the
know, the
owner
last
pulled
time,
up.
he
shit.
asked me on his show, right?
Uh-huh.
This shit was so whack, right? First of all, it started super late. I ain't been on sets. It started super late, and then I get there. First of all, I thought it was like at an establishment, like a place. It's somebody's house, right? I'm jive blown because I'm like, what the fuck? Like I ain't drive all the way out here. Next thing you know, it's running late, and this chick show up and don't like me, shawty. I done cussed her out on motherfucking ass straight ghetto, and she trying to be. She's like, that's why you suck dick. I said I suck that shit good too. Like, what the, like, are you
I'm
trying
not
to
sure how
put me
that's
down? I don't know. Like what's
And
what you
so-
don't
understand.
Right,
Respect
what
me,
is-
bitch.
what
I'm
is
your
wrong?
stepmother.
And like didn't even know her like at all. And then I got real petty at the end. We stopped arguing, got through the show, started arguing again. Like I was trying to be cordial. I was trying to be cordial with that shit. She's like, dirty, but well, I suck dick too. I said, probably not that good. Like it just went real bad. So I go in the bathroom to wash my hands. I got real petty. I threw my paper towel at her. Like the paper towel gonna fall to that. I was mad as a motherfucker. You know how I get. You know how I get. You already know. Candy's they be like, it's sunshine, baby. That was my line like shit.
Right.
Well, guys, we can wrap up. I do appreciate everybody taking the time to come and join me for this final episode of Adult Conversation. It was fun, and I definitely appreciate the support that you've all given me, especially through this show as well as Sex Talk. We're going to get Candy on Sex Talk one night. And then, look, when I told Candy, I said, now I got to go through my phone and find a picture and shit of you to put on the flyer. Because, I mean, she did. It was her idea, to start the show. So I thought we started at 1, we at 200. She got to fucking be here. So it was crazy because the first picture I found is when we did that naked photo shoot. Not completely naked. It was lingerie. You remember that? I said, well, I should put that on the flyer. Candy gonna kick my ass. Because I did a little wine and cheese. We did some bougie shit. That was whack, but Just the people that was in it. But that's the first picture I found. I said, I can't put that on the flash. She grab a fucking
I get enough drama already.
You know what I'm saying? No, but you all are great. And, I have got to get out to something that you're doing. I be missing everything.
I got a lot of stuff coming up, regular shit.
What you got coming up? Regular stuff.
Yeah,
I like
regular stuff. No, so like shameless plug. Every Wednesday, I'm at Taste the Caribbean in Capitol Heights. Trivia, adult conversation, karaoke, and regular DJ. Friday, well, that's not locked in yet. Mondays, I'll be possibly doing some stuff at the pool hall. Mm-hmm. Sundays, football Sundays in Landover. I'm also doing like a clothing swap meet / clothing drive for the homeless. So I'm waiting on someone to reach back out to me about the location. We all got tons of shit that we don't wear, never wear again, whatever. We're going to bring it out. We're going to swap it out, and then everything is going to go to the shelter. Mm-hmm. I'm also, I did not do that show I was telling you about at the barbershop. Mm-hmm. It's happening next month.
That's
so
what's up.
Hopefully you can join me. Anyone else can join me. Because a lot of men, they don't have men groups. They don't have stuff where they can talk about a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. And we had like a mental health podcast, which was really great. And I just want to invade their privacy. So it's called Behind the Cut. I'll be at the barbershop, and we're going to be talking to guys about a lot of stuff. Like, they're fucked up, but they don't realize it's from child abandonment. It's from being sexually molested and not being able to tell nobody about it. It's it's a whole lot of things. So I want to talk to them. Hopefully they talk back to me. Yeah. I'll have a male co-host, too. Just a lot of stuff. I keep talking about shit, and I'm just going to do it.
I understand. But, definitely let me know about that. And as long as I can, be out there to support you, I definitely will. That other show we did in, like Branch, that was a good show.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
that's why this was the spinoff. I haven't done anything since then.
I understand. No, it'd be rough. Shit be busy. Right. So Candy already said at the top of that, she be having 900 things going on. And tell them how they can, both of y'all, tell them how they can find you. What the?
Here, let me turn this around. Do that again, Heather.
At Only Heather with 5 R's on all platforms.
That's what's up.
Some of y'all don't look for me.
Some of y'all don't look for me.
You can find me at Candy, Candy LRB, or you can go to my website, Bad Candied.
I was wondering if you was gonna say Bad Candy.
Yeah.
No, I was about to hashtag that and shit on the fly.
Oh, you can. I switched over from Candy. I still use Candy Connections, but I pretty much I'm doing everything under Bad Candy. And if I do something that belongs to someone else, then it's Candy Connections. Mm-hmm. But if it's mine, if it's something that I came up with, it's Bad Candy.
That's what's up. Because you are bad.
She said, I know.
You
want to half the battle.
You want to tell them how they can find you, babe?
Most definitely. Ivory Valentine on Facebook and on FetLife. And then Ivory Valentine 69, because shit gets complicated, on Instagram and on OnlyFans.
That's what's up.
And the gangbang.
We'll communicate
I ain't gonna participate,
about
but I'm definitely gonna sit there and watch.
I like watchers.
I'll pass out water and paper towels,
right?
And
I'll take the little napkin thing.
Maybe I can bring back the eye candy girls. Maybe I can bring that back.
You got one candy right here.
Awesome. I love eye candy girls.
I don't like candy that much. I'll take some ice cream. Hungry. Game Master, thank you for everything and all your assistance with Adult Conversation. It was nice for Trump to call into and Unrestricted D. So it's been fun. So, and thank you to our old intern. Yes, and thank you E for making it out. I'm sorry. I know it was a rough to get here. So I definitely appreciate the support. And I ain't done yet. Of course, I'll be around. So.
Are you still doing sex talk or something?
I'm leaving for vacation on the 21st. I'll be back on October 3rd, and once I come back, since I don't have to drive to Greenbelt, I'll be resuming Sex Talk with Sunshine, and then I'm probably going to be working on Sunshine After Dark, but we'll get into that.
Remember they thought I was naked on the show, but I really had.
I know exactly. The last time she was over there, was you over there when Johnny Depp was on?
The 420 guys were there.
Oh, the 420 Friendly, yeah. Shout out to 420 Friendly. That shit was crazy. They was over there wilding.
You were trying to introduce me to Johnny Depp.
I was. Yeah, definitely was.
I never met him.
I mean, we only did a show. We did the show like 4 times, and it's just scheduling. It just was really hard. So I mean, he's a cool ass person though. His video is still out there. So I mean, I ain't never seen his pee, but it's famous. So it's about as famous than my titties. That's for sure. So that's all I got. Anybody got anything else?
Are you
Anything
going
else you
back
want
to
share?
New Orleans anytime soon?
I'll be there at the end of the year.
I called COVID at
that
that.
shit
That's
was
where I called
creepy.
COVID. We were in New Orleans together.
Well, I'm doing a
called COVID
cruise.
there.
I'm doing a cruise. I don't
Creepy.
know.
Oh, when you doing? When you
Creepy is an
cruising?
understatement.
On the 30th.
How is it
December.
creepy?
She said, "How was it?"
We were in a haunted hotel.
Oh, okay.
both.
Yeah.
Hotels.
Yeah, that hotels was definitely haunted, but
And that place we went to.
you didn't go. Oh, right. Shoot, our elevator was tripping, but it liked me because it let me out on my floor. Them other people stuck in the elevator.
About the gas and the
Yeah, the gate. Right, I remember that. Yeah.
I'm going back in February. Fuck it.
I want to go for Mardi Gras, but yeah, I'd rather go for Mardi Gras. I can't. I'm not going. Well, I was supposed to go this year for Naughty, but it was just bad timing. So, I mean, they were reaching out. I felt bad because I never even got back to them. But if I do Naughty again, I don't want to do it in there. I'd rather do it in Vegas or something.
Right.
So, but
You guys did good though. That parade, everything.
oh my gosh, the Freedom Parade will hands down be one of my. Did a Freedom Parade in New Orleans and just walked down the middle of the street. That shit was so lit. Oh, that was a lot of fun. Well, thank you everybody. I appreciate you all, and thanks for hanging out. And I'll talk to y'all soon. I can't reach the button. Can you hit finish for
Don't
me?
forget your.
Bye.
Look at it.
I'm gonna look at it.
Bye.
Thank you.
Well, let me know.
And Heather, my girl Bree says your food is